It's touch and go in Nogales as everyone is on edge about severe flooding. We want you to take a look at a picture that was sent to our Not On Your Side studios, a snapshot of what many streets looked like today. Look at all that water. This photo from city officials who urged people not to even leave their homes. It was so bad. Not On Your Side's Craig Smith has been in Nogales all day, and he joins us live on the edge of the Nogales Wash, which is a major place of concern.
Well, you know, things have really calmed down here since the situation you described much earlier this morning. Now, you look at the Nogales Wash over here, and you can understand why you need to be ready for some quick changes. This wash was over its banks and flooding some spots early this morning. And with that kind of history, people are looking for trouble ahead while they clean up trouble left behind. This tree is who knows how many tons of trouble. It did not fall right at the height of the storm. Wind and rain gradually loosened its grip on the earth. Maria Morales watched it crunch into her house inch by inch. It took several minutes to fall. The slow motion catastrophe gave her family time to escape.
All of a sudden, my sister comes out and she says, sister, run, let's get out of the house. The tree, that's the only thing she would say. And I looked back and I was just looking and the tree was just going down.
It is not a good sign when your city needs to own a sandbag machine. Nogales workers were busy cranking out bags for homeowners to protect their homes. They were too late for this house. Water flowed downhill from the street and into the home. Just down the street, Ruben Maldonado was waking up to a world full of water. Getting to safety was tough.
If you didn't have like a pickup truck or a 4x4 or anything, you couldn't get out. A lot of cars were stuck and cars just shutting off in the middle of the street because of the water.
Now he's at a shelter the city set up, but there are just a few evacuees, so they will probably be moved to motels. Nogales Mayor Arturo Garino says the city set up an emergency response to help people cope with the trouble the storm blew in and to be prepared for what could happen next.
As saturated as the ground is right now, we can't take any, we have to be very careful.
Now, every time there's a big rain, there's a big worry about the Nogales Wash here. The reason is there's a huge sewer line under the concrete that lines this wash, and that sewer line carries an awful lot of sewage in from Mexico. The concrete liner of this wash has a history of tearing loose, and the concern is if that happens, there will be erosion, the sewer line will break, and there could be contamination that spreads up the Santa Cruz River all the way into Pima County, for example. And that is one of the things that they are worried about, but so far we've had no examples of that happening yet.
Craig, I know Nogales has been negotiating for a permanent fix at that wash. Any progress on that?
Well, what the mayor tells us is they are getting some encouraging signs, at least about temporary fixes. He says the international commission that actually controls this wash, because it's an international sewage issue, that commission has agreed to help out with emergency repairs if any of these panels do come loose.
Craig, thanks so much.